We don't have to argue whether it's a plate or a shield today. Definitely a trophy. Definitely.
Yeah, let's just hope that whoever wins it is able to lift it without
any hope here.
Yes, like I said, I think it's going to be a very cagey affair. But, I'm probably going to be proved massively wrong with a 5-0 whitewash, but I think it's going to go all the way to extra time and then an Ettorito win. But it is Ettorito who gets us underway, Chris.
Left to right from Ettorito in the Arsenal home kit. And also playing as Arsenal is Verysutton in the away strip from right to left. But I tell you what, this is instant pressure from Ettorito. Surely not! It's an absolutely filthy back heel into Aubameyang, who just squares it off for Welbeck, and it's a great goal to kick things up. He means business. He might not have had the best day yesterday. He might have had a shaky-ish group stage, but not in the quarterfinals, not in the semi-finals if he gets there, and certainly not in the final. A great start by the Italian.
It certainly is, and a cagey affair. It has proved absolutely not. What a curse of the commentator that has proved to be. But of course, we know when Ettorito does so well, he starts in lightning fashion, and it's about surviving the opening few minutes for nearly every single player he plays against. And unfortunately for Verysutton, he's not been able to do that, and it is, as expected by many, first blood to the Italian.
Very, very well played. And he will mean business throughout the thick end of this tournament now. We've got 4 quarterfinals coming up. We will see every single game from now until the end of the day. Let's see, can Verysutton get back into us? But the problem is that he is a very defensive player. We know that's where he relies on.
Yeah,
that is the strongest part of his game, and he can't defend if he's already 1-0 down.
Yeah, he has struggled for goals. He has been really resolute today, and he's got a chance here, though.
I just thought it was going out there, but he manages to keep it in play. And it's one of them where I expect the shot to really come off. It's a great turn in the end, and I just would have liked to see him shoot.
Yeah.
At the end, if he shoots and the keeper saves it, it's being pushed out to where he's passing it anyway.
Yeah, he had on-rushing players coming in, like you said, and really that's how many chances is he going to create? Because we said he's always, defence has always been his best, strongest part of his game, as it's whipped in towards the near post, and Welbeck clears.
That's cleared that one away. But the attack will continue. Maitland-Niles down this right-hand side. Just looking to build, waiting for some players to get back into positions where they can attack from effectively. Good defending by Ettorito, though. And he will be able to get away with this ball with Welbeck inside to Aubameyang. He's just about going to beat Mavropanos to that. Aubameyang is free now. That secondary ball might find its way through. Maitland-Niles to Aubameyang. It's absolutely electric from the Italian. Can't quite find the final touch to put it in. Medley just about gets there.
From back to front, you saw exactly what Ettorito is all about. And right now, Verysutton is hanging on for dear life because he knows he needs to get to half-time there or thereabouts with just the 1 goal in it, or to equalise, of course. If he goes 2-0 down, it's a massive task.
It's a very, very big hill to climb if that happens, but it's a huge chance. He just can't quite get there. If that's Aubameyang in the middle, you expect that to go in.
You do, but that's exactly what Ettorito's been improving, like we said, in the last year or so, being able to read the game so well defensively as well.
Torreira will be able to clear this away now for Ettorito. For all that we have talked about how fantastic he has been in his first 15 minutes or so, he is still only 1 to the good. That's positive for Verysutton. He has not allowed him to extend that lead. And here we go, there could be a chance to do so now as Aubameyang gets the afterburners on down this right-hand side. It's a crucial interception as Czech will get this one away for Verysutton, who, as I said, is shooting from right to left. Ettorito from left to right. Maitland-Niles now into Welbeck, into Aubameyang. It's just fast-flowing PES. It's absolutely fantastic from the Italian once again, but that one will be pushed wide. In every single attack he comes forward, it's not just simple passes, it's creative, it's fast, it's flowing. And it nearly ends up being a fantastic goal, if not for a fantastic save, and it goes out for a corner.
Yeah, fingertip save from Petr Cech. And it was wonderful to watch again, wave after wave of Italian pressure as Ettorito goes in search of a second goal, which possibly might just put him into the semi-finals here.
Oh, it's been given away. Maitland-Niles tries to whip it in. Aubameyang will try to win it. It's Iwobi on the edge of the box. Welbeck dinks it into Iwobi. It's absolutely perfect from Ettorito. Once again, it's a gifted chance, you have to say it is giving away, but Iwobi makes no mistake, neither does Ettorito. He finds him in a perfect amount of space and he slots it home with an overhead kick nonetheless. What a goal by the Italian once again.
Yeah, you said it's going to go down as a mistake defensively, but it's so difficult with the wave of pressure that Ettorito is producing, because every time Verysutton gets the ball in and around his own area, the high press from Ettorito, he's winning the ball back right in front of Verysutton's goal, and when he does that, he's only 1 or 2 passes away, and well, what a pass it was, and what a finish. We are seeing quite possibly one of the greatest ever players in the PES League to go on and continue doing what he's been doing so well, because he is, quite frankly, a sensation to watch, Chris.
He's been amazing. He's been absolutely sensational as Ettorito so far in this game. This sort of form, that strikes fear into absolutely everybody in this competition now.
He's already seen one of his biggest players one of the biggest players that he could be playing against that could go on and take the trophy. Guifera crashing out, as Maccabi is still in the pot, of course, but certainly you'd have to say right now, based on the way he's playing, he's got to be favourite.
Absolutely. And I feel like my commentary is just suspecting him to score at every single moment he goes through. I've just accepted it before it's even went in.
It's just, well, he creates so many chances, but he's also so clinical at the same time, so he could quite easily turn every attack into a chance and a goal, and he's almost done it again there.
Oh, it might find its way through to Welbeck. It's a great save by Czech, but the afterthought is all Aubameyang. Finds it, the ball just lying at his feet in an open net. He's never going to miss it, but ultimately the chance was created fantastically. Good skill, doesn't find it much, so maybe a little bit of fortune. But fortune favours the brave, and Aubameyang sticks that one home. 3-0 now.
Certainly that, and that goal was a complete example of exactly what we were saying, that high press causing all sorts of problems for Verysutton. And again, how clinical is the Italian? Ettorito is on red-hot form right now, and Verysutton, you've got to feel, has got so much to do now, because 3-0 down to the current world champion. Is there any way back, Chris?
30 minutes gone as well. This really could get bad. Could be a cricket score. It will be now. Into Maitland-Niles. Verysutton now, seemingly. Backs against the wall for him. Not much he can do either. In all honesty, it's just been... I don't want to go all Ray Hudson on you, but magisterial at times from Ettorito. Just the way that he works the ball around you. There's nobody like him attacking-wise.
I think the word that comes to my mind is majestic, Chris. It's just absolute. It's beautiful to watch. It really is. It's we say time and time again in commentary, we run out of superlatives, and it's exactly that again today. I'm running out of words in sentences on that. I'm just worn out by his brilliance, really.
Just a bit tired.
He's just a bit tired as Hector Bellerin tries to find Iwobi, and he's still in the danger. It could be 4. It could, like you said, it could easily be a cricket score even before half-time.
Oh, Aubameyang with a huge chance, and once again, it's the back heels all the time. He's always trying to find it. His opponents can do very little about it. And there's number 4 within 45 minutes or so of in-game time. Ettorito making a statement here in the quarterfinals.
You've got to feel sorry for Verysutton, but Ettorito is at his irresistible best. What do I do? I know. I feel for you there.
I feel like he gets a little bit unfortunate. He puts a couple of tackles in, but they just don't fall his way. In the end, there's very little you can do about it.
Thing is, momentum, as you well know, when a player gets a couple of goals, it's so hard to stop, because they just sense blood and they go for it, and especially when it's Ettorito, and it's another chance, and it's another conversion, Chris. How many more times are we going to say how clinical he is?
Oh, there can be a few more yet. Or does he calm it down? Does he not give anything away? Or does he try some new stuff out to try and help?
I mean, would you try and look at a plan B now, as if almost going into this second half, look to find a different way of playing in case he finds something different in the next game?
Potentially, but the thing is that he'll obviously play. He'll play a PES as much as he needs to. This is his life at the end of the day, and he will know exactly what he needs to do in each situation. And right now, I feel like, you know, he might just sort of say to himself, you know what, let's just see if I can bag a few more goals. Let's get some confidence up. Let's just make sure everybody here is scared of what I can do, if they're not already.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they're quaking in their boots already on that one, as Maitland-Niles picks it up on the halfway line. Just 1 minute remaining in the first half, Chris, and it's been just incredible from the main man from Italy.
Kolasinac down the left, Danny Welbeck fakes it out wide. Once again, managing to keep a hold of the ball there. Can't quite find a way past Medley, who finds a good pass to John Jules there, and Well, put it forward, but it does not matter. 4-0 as we head into the second half. Ettorito now, the Italian, looking sensational here against Verysutton, who is just, it's been so difficult for him to even get anything going here. I don't even know if he's had a shot at this point, maybe one, and he's just been pinned back.
It's just almost energy zapping as soon as he gets the ball. Ettorito's on him like a rash, and he's just not able to get around that first press.
No.
Because Ettorito's winning that first ball time and time again with only 25-30 yards from goal, and then it's one or two quick passes and he's in every time.
You feel like anything from Verysutton now would maybe just be a consolation goal. Ettorito goes on the attack once again. Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang in front of Iwobi, plays it inside. Welbeck's onside. That's number 5, and it's just too easy. It's just far too easy for him.
What's incredible, Chris, is the fact that this guy is playing in a quarter-final of the PES League World Finals, and he's producing a performance which is making Verysutton, who's a very good player, he's making him look like an amateur right now. It's an incredible performance.
And it's just, the thing is here for Verysutton as well, he has to start sending men forward, and that's where the gaps really do appear at this point. Choke it up.
And what's even more impressive is the fact that Ettorito's come off the back of as the guys again in the studio mentioned, a miserable day yesterday with broken silence in the co-ops, taking nothing away, of course, from Alex Alguercial and Luca Ciubelli, his two teammates, but they just weren't at the races, and he's come out today like a man possessed.
He looks ridiculous, and I was wondering yesterday with the way that they played and how things went for them, will that just give him the fire to think, right, watch me tomorrow?
It really could have gone two ways, could have one or two ways.
Yeah, and he really has come out all guns blazing. I mean, I want to try and theorise of what Verysutton could do here, but I don't think he can do anything.
Well, it's Ettorito that's making the changes. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what he needs to do. What he feels maybe is not working in a 5-0 victory so far. Yeah, it's just incredible to watch. And where does anyone else go from here? How do you stop? How do you stop Ettorito on today's form? Because he has off days, but he's not produced an off day today, that's for sure.
I mean, the thing is, he hasn't been challenged defensively here at all, and we did speak on something that he has improved on. We always know, I mean, his attacking...
Is it Usmakabal? Is Usmakabal the only player you think left that can beat him?
Potentially. You know what, I really like the way that Faden was playing as well. He's got potential, I think.
The
Maybe
dark
not
horse
this year.
The dark horse of the competition, 16 years of age, of course.
But at the same time, I think, you know, you're not going to stop him scoring. Ultimately, what you have to do in football is score more goals than your opponent. And I think we really just need to see somebody go at him and just go attacking and say, right, yeah, you can score, but we can score more potentially. But at this point in time, there's just going to be another one. Aubameyang's going to probably roll this one home, surely.
He's overplayed that there.
He's made a bit of a meal of it, in all honesty. I think maybe overcomplicating that one, but
I think he's been listening to us a bit too much, I think. He's gone to his head on that attack.
I like the idea. He thinks the keeper's manually going to go to the left-hand side, which he did, but the touch was just a little bit too heavy from Aubameyang, but he will get a corner out of this one. Still plenty of time left to be played. This could be 6. It's a well-whipped-done corner. Danny Welbeck not going to win that one. Torreira to Iwobi. And for me, that's where he's so dangerous. Edge of the box, where he just sees a pass before you even like think about it.
Before he's even got possession, he's already telegraphed what he's going to do when he wins it back high, and it's causing so many problems. And but I like what you're saying about how you can stop him potentially playing that almost old-school Brazilian football with Cafu and Carlos and the like, and just going gung-ho and trying to outscore him. But of course, he's so clinical on the counter-attack. It's such a dangerous game. Getting an early goal, of course, is so crucial to be able to give yourself that platform, and that's why he goes out and gets the early goal himself, because then he's home and hosed pretty much.
Can Verysutton get a goal here? That's what I want to see next. Let's see if he can find himself a consolation. At this moment in time, though, Ettorito has played a perfect game of PES right now. It's been simply outstanding from him. He has nothing through. There's been one shot on target from Verysutton here, and yes, it was the only shot of his game so far. Iwobi now looking to add insult to injury, potentially. Mkhitaryan can't quite get there. Maitland-Niles might. Penachek is wise to it. I mean, stop that.
I mean, we mentioned previously that possibly Usmakabal, maybe Faden, could be the men to stop Ettorito, but of course you've got to remember that Verysutton took a point off Usmakabat in that first game. I know it was a group stage and the first game of the day, but a 0-0 result there, and Ettorito's gone and blown him out of the water 5-0.
Somebody like Henry Kino, you know, he's a guy who plays good attacking football as well. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see when we do see him in the semi-finals, but we've got a little bit more of this quarter to go. 72 minutes gone, and we'll be trying to push forward. Not going to happen here for Verysutton. We just really are expecting another Ettorito goal. Awobi trying his best to get through the defender's not going to quite happen.
Yeah, you mentioned Henry Quino possibly might be another man in the mix. Well, he's going to be playing Faden in the next quarter-final, so one of them won't be able to be that person to stop Ettorito, that's for sure, as one of them will crash out as we look towards the final 15 minutes here, and it is Verysutton who is looking for nothing more than a consolation now.
It's been such a tough game. He's barely had any of the ball, in all honesty. I'll be interested to see the possession stats towards the end of this one, but
nothing shameful about losing to Ettorito, of course.
No, I would have liked to see a bit more attacking play from Verysutton, but he hasn't had a chance to. He has not had enough of the ball to show us what he can do in this game, at least anyway.
He's been strangled, hasn't he?
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
it's almost like he's playing with one arm tied behind his back at this moment in time. The ability that Ettorito has to win that ball back as soon as he loses it, pretty much.
Oh, this could be a chance though. John Jules there looking for the pass. Aubameyang might not need it, can't quite beat Socrates to it. And then again, if you look at Ettorito, he's got the ball in the box under pressure and he's just played two simple passes and he's out. Fantastic by him.
Calm and composed. Aubameyang pops it off to Mkhitaryan, and now it's another chance for Danny Welbeck to join the attack. Finds Mkhitaryan again through towards Aubameyang. Again, Hector Bellerin is there, this time for Verysutton. Time running out for that consolation, and Ettorito is sailing towards what could quite possibly be one of the greatest performances we've seen at this stage in the competition over the recent last years.
Yeah, it has pretty much been the most impressive performance we've seen this weekend from a single player, I would say. Verysutton is no spring chicken at all. He is a player who has been around for a long time, who has the experience, and he's made him look silly. Ettorito takes that one 5-0.
An absolutely incredible performance.
He's just like
from Ettorito.
Okay.
And you've got to remember, Chris, Verysutton, of course, hadn't lost a game up till now, and that